Welcome to Bonesaw Poker. I am Brad. Let's get into it. Where does the win rate in poker come from? Now, Jonathan Little says the win rate comes from the mistakes made by your opponents. And I totally agree with this statement. I think that bad beats and coolers, you're just moving money back and forth over time. In the long run, you're going to get coolered, you're going to cooler other people, bad beats, etc. But where the money's really won and lost is through mistakes. Like recently, I made a big blunder for a stack a couple sessions ago. So somebody benefited from my mistake. And another example of it is I was playing yesterday at Hard Rock, and it was a Friday, a big promotion going on. And the table we were at, pretty much most of the people there were people I've seen there before. And then we had a seat open up, and the wait list was long, but it wasn't getting filled. And we thought that was kind of weird. And then one player got up and left. And then we started talking about how we're just passing pots in between us. You know, that we need some easy money to show up. And, one guy to my left, he's like, I got to get back to playing overnights. You know, easy money all the time. He said, there's no value here at this table. And so then we're talking about how, basically that the money made in poker comes from the people that aren't that good. Or people like me that are trying but still make major blunders. And so then the two seats are open. Two guys come over, and they're friends. You can tell they walked over together, drinking the same kind of beer, and they sit down. Now, if you remember that part of the movie Rounders where they're playing in Atlantic City and they're fleecing the tourists, it felt like that. The two guys sat down. They bought in for $300 apiece, and I was stuck 110 at the time. Didn't take me long to get unstuck. And so I ended up, at my best, I was up 200, and it was all off of these two guys. And so one guy rebought twice, so he had 900 into it, and the other guy rebought once, so he had 600 into it. Now, they were still both at the table when I got up and left because I had over 12 hours in, and I was getting tired. But they were the liquidity for the rest of the table, basically. So I do think that's where it comes from. You can't make mistakes. Every time I make mistakes, I get punished for it, because that's how poker works. And you make your money off of the mistakes of your opponents. And some of those mistakes can be just playing too loose. These two gentlemen, they just had trouble finding the fold button. Now, I'll be honest, on the river, if I have a 2-pair plus hand and you raise me, and don't raise me ridiculously, you're probably getting paid. I get really sticky on the river with a 2-pair plus hand, to my own detriment. Something I need to work on. So that was basically their biggest mistake, was if they caught a piece of it, they just really had a hard time of letting go of the hand. They did sometimes, and they did have some bluffs. So, I mean, they weren't totally new to the game, but they definitely had some big leaks. I've got some leaks I got to fix, but, they're just, I have a chance of leaving there with money. These guys didn't. For Bonesaw Poker, I'm Brad. Thanks for watching. And remember, everything you want is on the other side of fear.